Right, hello there. So, we're going to start with a very simple clicker game. Okay, so the idea of a clicker game, I suppose, is to um, use the mouse to interact as opposed to just using the keyboard. Okay, now this is very important. It has to be a mouse, or else if you're using a trackpad, it has to be a trackpad that has clickable buttons. It won't work with just a trackpad. It won't work as good with just a trackpad, if that makes sense. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get there when we're getting there. Let's start with the very simple things. Let's get ourselves a green flag out here. So we're going to need a sprite. So I'm going to draw a sprite. Now, yes, and you can use a pre-made one. It's totally up to you. I'm going to go with a very simple shape just to start things off. Okay, so there we go. You can put in whatever background. You can personalize it, and that'll be part of your assignment. But anyway, we will go back to the code. So let's get ourselves a nice little green flag. So like everything else, we're going to need an out forever block. Let's throw one of them in there. Now we want him to randomly appear. So let's go and pop him into a random position and let's see what happens. So look, it's too fast. There's no way you're going to be able to play this game. Click on him. You're random. You're not going to get it. So we need to slow it down a bit. So let's go into our control and let's pull out a wait. But if I just wait 1 second, it's going to get too slow. So we need to make it a bit more random. So let's randomize the seconds between, I don't know, half a second and 5 seconds. I don't know, 2 seconds maybe. See what that looks like. Oh, that looks better. Okay, now you can play around with this, but there you have it. Now there he's randomly generated. So we've done that bit. Now we need to be able to click onto him. So listen, we could do it all in here, but I'm going to create myself a second one of these just so we can be very clear on this one. So again, we're going to need another forever block, but this time we need it to do something. And usually when we want stuff to do something under some particular set of rules, we use an if statement, a conditional. So if something is clicked, then something will happen. So we need something to click. Okay, so that's usually in the senses, and you can find it in the senses here. When you're touching the mouse, that will be when the mouse is over them, like that. Okay, stop them just for a second. So that'll be the bit when the mouse is over them. It'll be this block. But when I click on the mouse, it'll be mouse down. So we need to put the two of them together. And the only way you can put the two of them together is with an operator. These aren't numbers, so I can't use that one. It won't fit in a hexagon. So I'm going to use what's called a Boolean. So it allows for two conditions to be met in order for something to happen. In other words, when the mouse is hovering over them and when I click down on the mouse. So when both of those happens, I want to be able to count a score. So let's go into our variables. Okay, let's throw up a score variable. Let's set it to 0 at the start. And then we'll change it every time it's clicked by 1. Let's see what happens here now. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. My God. Okay, so it's not going up by, it is going up by 1, but it's going up by 1 forever. So every time I click it, it's going up for an infinite amount of ones. We only want it to go up by 1 at a time. So in order to do that, we're going to use another wait. Okay, so we're going to pull out a wait. So this will just calm down that score to just 1 per click. So we're going to wait until, let me think. We'll wait until it's not down. So in other words, when I click down, it'll give me a 1, and when I unclick, it'll go back and do this again. So that shouldn't give me all those crazy scores. There we go. Oh geez, I'm slow at this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I need to be. Okay, so there we go.